Hello everyone, my name is Yo, and I have a question for you. Are you insecure? Do you have any form of insecurities? If not, maybe you have some mommy issues or daddy issues or perhaps issues with both of your parents. But one thing I know for sure is that you are young because you clicked on a video about webtoons. So I'm 99% sure you have at least one of those problems. Spirit Fingers is a webcomic with about 36 million viewers about a girl who is on her journey to find her own true colors. Throughout the story, not only do we learn about the main character, but we also go through her hardships with her and see the problems she faces, as well as how she overcomes them. Our main character, Amy Song, is a 17-year-old high school senior who has no self-esteem, low confidence, no goals, no dreams, no aspirations.
No money.
She's a coward, but she has a high ego. She's a dorky teenager who loves to daydream to avoid the stressors in her life. All our girl does is just listen to her parents. She doesn't really think much about what she wants or for herself. That is really why she has all those negative traits in the beginning of the story. But one day when she goes outside, she happens to come across a group of weird people who seem to be drawing in public. But what really catches her eye is the beautiful girl doing a pose for them. And after that, a beautiful guy who's one of the people who are drawing. That beautiful guy ends up noticing her and calls to her. And he asks her, "Hey, do you want to pose for our art club?" At first, she's shocked that a handsome guy would even talk to her. She ends up doing it. But then the self-consciousness hits. After 3 minutes, which feel like hours to her, the people who are drawing her are done and they're ready to share their drawings with her. At first, she has high hopes, but after seeing the first drawing and the rest of the drawings, she's like, ugh, these people suck. What are they doing? That is until that handsome guy gives her his drawing of her, which is actually really cute. And on the bottom, he actually writes down his number too and asks her if she wants to join the club. She ends up calling him, and she confirms with him that she will be joining their group the next meeting. Eventually, the next week rolls along, and it's time for her to get ready for the first art meeting that she's gonna have with this group of weird people. She gets ready by trying to look presentable by putting on some BB cream, some contact lenses, and trying to get her bangs to listen to her. She lies to her mom, saying she's gonna go study, but she's actually going to the art meeting because her mom is really against the arts and doesn't believe her daughter has it in her to be somebody who would be in the creative artistic field. After her mom drops her off at the library, she rushes to the train station to get to her actual destination. She stops by one of the public bathrooms to try and touch up her makeup by putting on some lipstick, but she comes across some really rude, annoying girls. And before I continue, I just want to put out a warning. This scene includes bullying and verbal harassment, so if you're uncomfortable with that, you can just skip over. Basically, these girls in the bathroom first make fun of her for her looks, and she turns around and glares at them, rightfully so, before leaving, because they notice her glaring at them and they get pissed off, and she gets scared, so she runs away. But not too far, as they catch up to her and they confront her and corner her. After calling her ugly and whatnot, they physically harass her by putting on some really ugly makeup on her and then threatening her when she doesn't respond to their question about whether she likes the makeup or not. They take some pictures of her after mocking her and then leave. And while still going through a panic attack after the harassment she encounters another really weird, scary-looking guy. She thinks, oh my god, just my luck. But turns out he's just asking for toilet paper because he really needs to go. After noticing the very unflattering makeup on her, he starts laughing at her. She gets pissed off and she tries to fight back or jump on him or something. I don't know what happened in this scene. But eventually, he does apologize and teaches her how to glare at people so she would scare them away. And then just before leaving, he gives her some really good advice. Don't be scared if you've done nothing wrong. She finds the courage to wash the makeup off her face, put her glasses back on, and put her hair up in a ponytail, back to her normal, comfortable look. She eventually finds the meeting spot of the drawing club, and the first person there happens to be that same handsome guy that she met. The handsome guy's name is Simon. No, not that Simon. And after some small talk with him, the rest of the members come in and the meeting eventually starts. Basically, in this drawing club, the people draw croquis. I hope I'm saying that right. Every week, they have a new theme on how they should dress up for the croquis. After some small talk with the rest of the members of the club, the beautiful girl from earlier, whose name is Green, announces that she has another guest coming over. The guest is her little brother, and turns out it's that same guy that helped her earlier in the bathroom. She immediately freaks out because she's afraid he's going to recognize her and then embarrass her in front of her new club members, and especially in front of Simon. The meeting starts with a cringy introduction, which I recommend you to check it out for yourself. It's interesting and I love it actually. It's kind of cringy. No, I'm gonna be honest, it's really cringy, but I love it. It's so funny. The meeting eventually starts and Amy, our main character, quickly learns that she's bad at drawing and she can't draw a single thing. After a few of the other club members go up and pose, she still makes no progress. Eventually it's her turn to pose, and although she's a bit shy at first, after some words of encouragement from her club members, she eventually goes up. While on her way up, she trips. And of course, that guy from earlier starts laughing at her. Because how do you trip over nothing? I'm like, girl, pull yourself together. After some time passes, she ends up conversing with one of her club members, who is a woman dressed in Lolita fashion. The woman compliments Amy's eyes. Amy instinctually deflects the compliment. This upsets the lady, and she tells her that she shouldn't do that, and she should have more confidence in herself. The lady has Amy promise to her that she will call herself beautiful every night before bed. And although it sounds ridiculous, Amy agrees to do it because she is charmed by the woman. It's time for the mysterious boy to go and pose for the other club members, and she overhears that he's actually a model. And as predicted, he's a really good model. Eventually, the meeting comes to an end, and the Lolita hands Amy a booklet on making origamis. And that's all the preview I can give you for now. The rest you're just gonna have to read yourself. As the story progresses, we learn more about Amy's relationship between her, her mother, and the rest of her family. We also see how a love develops between Amy and that mysterious guy, Kevin. Let me just say, these two are my favorite webtoon couples. They are so adorable and they are so cute, especially Kevin. I love the way he always treats Amy. But I'm not going to say anything else because you just need to read it, okay? Just trust me, you just need to read it. In addition to bullying and self-esteem, the story also delves more deeper into themes such as childhood trauma, abuse within families, the high pressure put on students. The story also dabbles into girlhood and friendships between women. Overall, you should definitely check this webtoon out for its themes, its romance, and as well as its comedy. And of course, I can't just not mention the art. The art is amazing. Definitely check the story out on Webtoons and support the author. And with all that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video. I'm always so thankful for the fact that there are people who enjoy the content that I make and post. Have a great day. Don't forget to read Spirit Fingers, and once again, goodbye.
Kom dansen.
Ich will nicht.
Kom drinken.
Ich will nicht.